Dear VDM, my son, you have just thrown your weight behind Tinubu's aspiration for a second term and possibly a third term. Yes, and it's your right to do so. It is your right to support whoever you want to support politically at any time. But are you sure all the members of your Rattle movement are happy with you in this your support for Tinubu? You said it's not a support. If it is not a support for Tinubu, how do you explain this?
The other people, the other parties, they are not desperate enough. They are not hungry enough. They cannot risk it all. Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu is the greatest of all time when it comes to politics in this country. Forget it. Over Obasanjo.
If it is true, you've not been paid to do this. If it is true, it is not a sellout, then what is it? What is it? You spoke just the way any Tinubu supporter will speak. And you call it the truth? No, it doesn't become the truth just because VDM have said so. It is your opinion and not the truth. It is either you are not wise enough or you have been paid. You have built the image of a man of integrity, right? You want to be seen as a man of integrity. Where do you want us to place you? The other day, you went to Benue to cry and commiserate with the people, and we all praised you. We like your guts. And then you come back the following week, you are eulogizing a man who should have solved the insecurity problems of Nigeria. And you said you are only saying the truth. You don't just say all truth. You must be sensitive to your environment and the impact of your so-called truth. By the way, it is not truth. It's just your opinion. And before you give opinion, maybe you should try the four-way test. You should Google and know what the four-way test is. What the four-way test is. I want to take two of it. Is it fair to all concerned? Is it fair to all members of the Rattle movement? Will it bring goodwill and better understanding? That your support for Tinubu, you said, is not support. How will it encourage the youth? Now,
The guy is smart. You people underestimate him. You underestimate him. That's the problem.
VDM, I'm going to teach you something about being smart and not being smart. You're going to learn. Maybe not the hard way, but you're going to learn from people like us. Because I call you my son. There are so many things you do I can identify with. But there are times we should bring you back on track, young man. There is a difference between being smart and being diligent. Smartness comes in two ways, and I'm going to teach you what it means to be smart. Do you know that Yahoo boys consider themselves as smart? Do you know they are desperate? Is that what you encourage the youth to do? The average Yahoo guy in Nigeria, he calls his victim Maga. And he calls himself Guy Man. And then VDM will come and eulogize the 419er as being smart. That is not being smart. Am I saying Tinubu is a Yahoo boy? No, he's not a Yahoo boy. No. But if you have common sense, you will learn. Now, I want to tell you the story of a certain man. He was a governor. He stole the people's money in several ways. And he planted his men in power when he left. He did something no other governor in that country ever did. He gave himself retirement benefit. And after doing that, all other governors followed his footsteps. It is rumored that he stole so much and he's still stealing from that state. That man later contested for the presidency. It is rumored that he stole someone else's mandate and he used the money he stole from the people to buy the umpire. And he became president. Do you call such a man smart if you are a man of integrity, VDM? Is that smartness? Do you know that armed robbers are smart? Do you know that Yahoo boys are smart? Is that the kind of smartness a VDM should be eulogizing? You don't encourage young people to aspire to be politicians by stealing and buying institutions, and then you say he's a man of strategy. That is not strategy. You see those names you call Peter Obi and co. They cannot do that. Must you do that? Are you supposed to be desperate to lead a people in a democracy? No, you are not supposed to be desperate. You are supposed to present yourself as a good man and let the people bring you to power. You don't grab and run. You don't snatch. You are a disappointment, VDM. And the Rattle movement are not all happy with this. The only people who will be happy are supporters of Tinubu. Tinubu is a good man. I'm not saying he's not a good man. But I just told you a story. So you make sense out of it. Tinubu is a good man. There's something I like about Tinubu, but there's nothing I like about the things he has done so far. What I like in Tinubu, he has not done it, but I know he's going to do it. Now, let me tell you how to be desperate as a politician. The way to be desperate is to contest and contest again. The way to be desperate is to continually talk to the people, is to continually oppose the ruling party until the people understand that you are good enough. The real desperation is winning the people's votes.
I beg Peter Obi, Mona go rest. Atiku Mona rest. Kwankwaso Mona rest. 2032, na fit come back again. And even at 2032 said,
and you say maybe they should come back 2027, that you are not even sure of 2032. I just told you the story of a certain man. If that is what you call smartness, then your integrity is in question. It is either you are confused, you don't know how to maintain the status you have created for yourself, or you are a young man. Yes, you are a young man. You are learning. You just have to be wise. You don't want people to believe you supporting him. But that's what you've just done. You even mock his opponents. So how do you think the camp of Tinubu, how do you think they feel now? They'll be very, very happy. And how do you think the camp of Atiku and Peter Obi will be? And you said you are a supporter of Peter Obi, right? How do you think that camp will feel now? They'll be sad. And you said you are not supporting. It's shameful what you've just done. You see, you are creating the image of a young man with integrity. And you should learn to maintain that. There are things you don't just say and you call it truth. That is not truth. It's just your opinion. And there are opinions you should not give. So you don't rock the boat. You are an influencer. Don't kill your grace. Don't kill the grace of God upon your life. There is a difference between being a man of integrity, being diligent, and being smart. And being smart is in quote. It's not all smartness. It's not every man who will rob institutions to pay institutions. That's not political strategy. Buying people is not political strategy. Using thugs is not political strategy. Unaliving people is not smartness. Those you think are not smart can't do that because they are men of integrity. Evaluate yourself from what I've just said now and ask yourself if you have said the truth, because you do not know what it means to be a man of integrity. So it seems you don't know. A man of integrity does not praise just everybody. A man of integrity does not eulogize just everything. Go and learn about the Watergate saga in the US, about Robert Nixon. In the early 70s, what they did. Just go and learn about it. What the Republicans did. Here you have a party that plant molds in other parties and create confusions in other parties. That is crookedness. That is being a crook. That's criminality. That is not strategy. Some people are so honest. They are so honorable that they cannot do that. The only desperation, the only political strategy known in a democracy is to convince the people to vote for you. Is to have, what they even call structure in Nigeria is just using money to buy people. Using money to buy power. What they call structure is not structure. The real structure is the will of the people. Have you visited them? Have you spoken to them? Are you everywhere? Do they know you? Have you been able to expose your character to them? That is the desperation. If you lose, come again. That is the desperation. Or Mr. VDM, how do you explain desperation? Would you call the events that transpired in 2023 as being smart? If you call that smart, then I'm ashamed. You've disappointed me. And you have disappointed your followers. If what happened in 2023 is what you describe as being smart and being strategic politically, then you have disappointed us, Mr. VDM.